Danielle Van Dam's mother finally gets her chance to go face to face with a man who killed her daughter.
Why did you not let her go? What were you thinking as you killed her?
And when victims' families speak to killers, see how much that moment of confrontation can mean to a family.
Cold-blooded killer.
New information on the last day anyone saw the missing mom-to-be. Timeline of Lacey Peterson's last moves. Then,
the day she disappeared, her husband says he came here to go fishing.
Now, for the first time, her husband's brother speaks out.
He's just a broken man. We're a broken family.
After all the years and all the searching, the truth about Bigfoot.
Bigfoot was my father.
The family of the man who started one of history's biggest hoaxes comes clean.
It's hard to believe these fooled so many people.
And meet the woman who secretly wore the Bigfoot suit and passed over on The Bachelor. But wait till you see Trista, the new Bachelorette, now.
I feel like the luckiest girl on earth right now.
Behind the scenes at the first show and inside her sexy new photo shoot. Now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Nothing can be the way it was. With those poignant words, the mother of Danielle Van Dam addressed the man who killed her 7-year-old daughter. Today was sentencing day for David Westerfield, and as April Woodard reports, the Van Dams' impact statements were dramatic and tearful.
This is where our family finds ourselves, in a courtroom, standing across from the man who murdered our precious daughter and who greedily stole the heart out of our family.
Brenda Van Dam's words barely scratched the surface of her pain.
To know that someone else knew where she was and it was not her mommy or her daddy, but an evil stranger, it was sickening. And I felt like my heart was breaking in two and I was dying from the inside.
You shall be put to death within the walls of the California State Prison at San Quentin.
Today, after David Westerfield was sentenced to death for the murder of 7-year-old Danielle Van Dam, grief-stricken parents Brenda and Damon gave their victim impact statements.
I'll miss seeing her on her wedding day. I won't get to walk her down the aisle.
A tearful Brenda spoke directly to Westerfield, who refused to look at her.
Why did you not let her go? Why didn't you drop her off in a safe place? If you had done so, she would be with her family now and you would not be facing death.
Since 1991, the families of murder victims have been allowed to make victim impact statements, permitted to describe their pain, directly address the court, and face the killers.
Did you have to kill her? Why did you have to kill her?
The scenes are often emotionally draining. Many of the families of the 17 boys murdered by serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer were overwhelmed by the trauma of speaking directly to Dahmer.
That's what I hate you! I know!
For the family of New Jersey murder victim Gail Schuller, even seeing the man who stabbed Gail provoked outrage.
40 times he stabbed me! 40 times!
New York trial attorney Mel Sachs believes the victim's impact statement can be a crucial part of the healing process.
The victim impact statement gives the family the opportunity to ventilate their anger, their emotions regarding the person who's going to be sentenced. This gives them the chance to be able to be heard.
These Texas fathers were granted some closure to their ordeal by speaking to the men who killed their young daughters and dumped them in the woods.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, and you. You didn't even know these girls. Look at me. Look!
The victim's impact statement at times causes such emotional upheaval in a family that they can't help but take out their emotions.
What were you thinking as you killed her? Did she not touch your heart one bit?
Hopefully today, Brenda Van Dam got the closure she needed to ease her pain.
As Danielle grew older and blossomed into a wonderful little girl, I knew she was a shining star. But I did not, for a second, think that she would be remembered for something like this.
By state law, that death sentence is automatically appealed. Further north in Modesto, California, authorities are now looking more closely at the husband of a pregnant woman missing since Christmas Eve. Meantime, our Stacey Galandi has spoken with the husband's brother.
Police searching for Laci Peterson, the 8-month pregnant woman missing since Christmas Eve, have begun searching the waters off a California marina where her husband says he spent the day fishing. Investigators have appealed for anyone who saw Scott Peterson on December 23rd and Christmas Eve or his pickup truck and boat to come forward. Police say Scott is not a suspect and they just want to verify his alibi for the day his wife disappeared.
He's just shattered, you know. He's just a broken man. We're a broken family.
Scott's 39-year-old brother, Joe, told me Laci and her husband were happy and looking forward to the birth of their baby. He said he's sure Scott had nothing to do with the disappearance.
He is cooperating 100%, you know, with the police. I mean, he has done everything that you know, he is capable of doing to help them, you know, find a lead or find a, you know, a tip to follow.
Does Scott feel that everyone's blaming him or that everyone's looking at him?
Of course, we as a family hear things, you know, things get thrown out there, but you know, we discount those immediately, you know, because we know our family, we know Scott.
Joe and other family members are leading hundreds of volunteer searchers.
We are just asking the public to, you know, to keep her in their thoughts and their prayers and keep an eye out, you know, for her so we can bring her home.
Here's how the events of that tragic day unfolded. 8:30 p.m. December 23rd. Laci's mother spoke to her for the last time. 9:30 a.m. Christmas Eve. Scott Peterson says he left for a fishing trip as 27-year-old Laci was preparing to walk their golden retriever, Mackenzie. 10:30 a.m. The dog was found wandering, still on a leash. Around that same time, a house across the street was burglarized. 11 a.m. It would have taken Scott Peterson about an hour and a half to reach the Berkeley Marina 85 miles away. This is the Berkeley Marina where Scott Peterson says he went fishing the day his wife disappeared. According to police, he also had a receipt to prove that he had been here. However, you don't necessarily have to launch a boat in order to get a receipt. All you have to do is insert your money, take out your receipt, and be on your way. Police have questioned why Scott would go fishing so late in the morning. Marina bait shop owner Dennis Stever.
If you're going to be successful at catching any amount of fish, you would be here in the morning.
Early?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, our normal party boats that take people out sport fishing leave at 6 a.m. in the morning.
During the day, Scott says he made several cell phone calls to try to reach Laci. At 4:30 p.m., Scott Peterson returned to their Modesto home. Laci's car was in the driveway, her purse was in the house, but she was missing.
There's currently a $500,000 reward in the case, and if you have any information that could help, contact the Modesto Police Department at area code 209-342-6166.
My life will go on. I'm okay.
That is Trista Wren after getting her walking papers on the very first Bachelor TV show, and indeed her life has gone on. The woman who was rejected then is now the one doing the heartbreaking on The Bachelorette. Steve Noble has a preview.
Here she is, our Bachelorette.
Talk about turning the tables. 29-year-old Trista Wren is about to begin her 6-week reign as the Bachelorette.
I feel like the luckiest girl on earth right now.
And who wouldn't feel lucky? Just look at this LA hilltop mansion Trista gets to call home. Of course, it doubles as the set for the reality series. Plus, Trista gets to choose from 25 hunky suitors.
I'm looking for a guy who is overall, you know, the perfect package. I'm looking for sense of humor, a good character, intelligence.
A tough decision. So while the Florida native may not have gotten the rose from the original Bachelor, Alex Michelle, Trista has kept busy. She just completed this photo shoot for the popular men's magazine Maxim. The provocative pictures will appear in this month's issue. Plus, she still dances part-time for the NBA's Miami Heat and still works full-time at a Miami hospital as a pediatric physical therapist.
What do you say we meet these 25 guys?
And Trista says she hopes this time she finds Mr. Right.
I wanted to be with Alex in the last show, and it didn't happen for a reason. I'm here now, so it all happens for a reason.
Bachelorette begins next Wednesday. Trista makes her pick in 6 weeks in February.
Next, after all the years and all the searching, the truth about Bigfoot.
Bigfoot was my father.
The Bigfoot, the man who started one of history's biggest hoaxes, comes clean. And meet the woman who secretly wore the Bigfoot suit. Then, all the famous faces turning 40 this year.
Turning the big 4-0 in Hollywood is the big oh no.
And you remember her. They call them video vixens. And wait till you see what they're doing now. Plus, Cameron Diaz has one, Leonardo DiCaprio has 3. Why stars are trading in their expensive cars for this little $20,000 car. Inside Edition with Deborah Norville will be right back.
Hi, I'm Jessica Simpson. When your parents look at you, what do you think they see? Probably the little kid you were years ago, running, playing, not a care in the world. But you're not a little kid anymore, and the world is now a very different place. You see things every day that would shock your parents, things that would upset them, things that would scare them. So you keep it to yourself. But then you can't talk about your feelings, the fear, the self-doubt, the frustration. Sure, you can talk to your friends, but they're in the same place, experiencing the same things. So who can you talk to? The Girls and Boys Town National Hotline. 24/7, they're ready to offer help, support, and advice when you need it the most. The call is free. All you have to do is pick up the phone. 1-800-448-3000. That's 1-800-448-3000. The Girls and Boys Town National Hotline. Any problem, anytime.
If just playing bingo has you wanting more, then head to Seneca Gaming and Entertainment on Route 5 in Irving or the newest location, 768 Broad Street in Salamanca. You'll find over 500 new video gaming machines, including black and white double diamonds, red, white, and blue sevens, and more. Visit our game rooms, open 7 days a week with both smoking and non-smoking facilities and a chance to win a vehicle every night. Remember, Seneca Gaming and Entertainment now has 2 locations.
It's not just bingo anymore!
Whether you're shopping, traveling for business, or back at school studying, this new year your family can stay in touch thanks to Verizon Wireless. Get them the America's Choice National Family Share Plan. Now with unlimited night and weekend airtime minutes on up to 4 separate lines, so everyone can share all they want. Plus, hurry and buy 1 Motorola phone for $29.99 and get a second free, so you can have a family get-together whenever you want. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good.
It was one of the biggest hoaxes of all time, the legend of Bigfoot. And it was a secret that its perpetrator took to the grave. Steve Noble with today's headline story of the real Bigfoot.
For a quarter century, this has been the most dramatic evidence of the existence of Bigfoot, the legendary giant creature of the Northwest. This film was shot with the help of road builder Ray Wallace, who told the filmmaker exactly where in Northern California to look for the mysterious creature. But now it seems Bigfoot is dead.
Bigfoot was my father.
Michael Wallace says he and his family are ready to reveal the closely guarded secret behind Bigfoot. He says his father, Ray Wallace, is responsible for one of history's greatest hoaxes.
It is amazing. I mean, it's just, I still am shaking my head.
The Bigfoot legend began in October of 1958 when a series of huge humanoid footprints were discovered near Ray's construction workers' campsite in Humboldt County, California. A local newspaper dubbed the creature Bigfoot. The resulting publicity made Bigfoot a phenomenon, not just here in the Pacific Northwest, but across the country. But Wallace didn't stop there. According to his family, he continued to milk the hoax for years.
These are a set of the actual alderwood prints. Big feet that been out in the mud a little bit.
Mike's brother, woodsman Rick Wallace, revealed for the first time on television that their dad used these giant wooden feet to create the original Bigfoot tracks and more all over the region.
Again, I take off the hard ground and go out into the soft ground, leaving the track here and there.
Bigfoot became a national obsession with hundreds of sightings, books, documentaries, an annual Bigfoot event in the town of Willow Creek, California, not to mention the movie